Hi guys, I hope you're good. This is Sharig and welcome to a lesson with Globetrot with Arabic. This is going to be, as always, a Levantine Arabic lesson, a Lebanese Arabic lesson. So when I say Levantine, it falls under the same category of the Levantine when I say Lebanese, it falls under the same category of the Levantine dialect, which is spoken in Lebanon, Jordan, Palestine, and Syria. Before I begin, I want to let you know that I run 30-day challenge courses on Zoom together with my students. We've been doing this for more than 1 year, and the next one will be starting in November. So if you're interested in improving your Arabic and pushing yourself to kind of kickstart your learning experience, or maybe you've learned before and now you need a push to improve what you've already done, this is a great opportunity. So we study together every single day on Zoom for 1.5 hours. The next course starts November 8 plus 7, 15. November 15, and it lasts exactly for 30 days. Something else I wanted to say, I also have pre-recorded self-study 30-day challenge courses. I'm recording all my courses. I have 7 courses, Lebanese Arabic courses, of course. So far, I have 4 available: the absolute beginners, general 1, and general 2. So if you feel you need more flexibility, but you still want to challenge yourself, this is a great course for you. And you can do it while I monitor you, and you can ask questions. Yalla, I'm gonna start. If anyone's there, just let me know if the audio is good. Otherwise, I will begin. I will keep checking and coming back if to check if you have any questions. So I'm gonna share with you some of the notes, like from my class now. I just finished my class. I hope I don't yawn a lot because I'm a bit sleepy. It's a bit late. So I wanted to share with you really little notes from the classroom. Yeah, and I thought these are interesting things to know. The first one is, as you can read, ما حبيت إزعجك. ما حبيت إزعجك. Actually, let me write it also in the Roman alphabet. So it's ما حبيت إزعجك. ما حبيت, literally, so حبيت means I liked or I loved. So when you say ما حبيت, literally I didn't like or I didn't love. So when you say ما حبيت إزعجك, إزعج here on its own means to bother, إزعج. But when you say إزعجك means to bother you, if you're talking to a guy. And if you're talking to a girl, of course you have to say إزعجك. Of course, you're not saying to the person literally, I didn't love to bother you. No, it's a way to say, I didn't want to bother you. ما حبيت إزعجك or ما حبيت إزعجك. Instead, you can also say ما كان بدي. ما كان بدي. Simply, I didn't want to. ما كان بدي إزعجك or ما كان بدي إزعجك. So this is the first thing to memorize. يلا memorize it. Say it out loud with me and write it down. ما حبيت إزعجك. I didn't want to bother you. Now, the second word is just a word, عرض. And I thought I'm going to say it to you because the same word with the same pronunciation can have more than one meaning. One can be width, like the width, like length and width in that sense. So it can mean width, عرض. It's a short syllable word, عرض, but we can also pronounce it عرض because it's easier. Whenever we have short syllable words, one syllable words, we tend to add a sound on the letter that is in the middle, like here, as if you're adding like a kasra, but it's more like a sound, عرض, عرض. So it can mean width. It can also mean a show or an exhibition, عرض. It can also mean, what did it mean? We said it in class. 1 second, let me remember. Show, width, and, oh my god, mind blank. What was it? It was in the text, it was in the dialogue we were doing today. Okay, I'm gonna remember it in a second actually. Just give me a second so I can remember it. Okay, so for now, if you memorize the two meanings of it, width and show or exhibition. Okay, the next one is, it's actually nice to know because it's like you're saying to the person, not only you're saying to the person like it's so noisy, like you're saying you're giving me a headache because you're being so noisy. Or maybe if somebody speaks so much, I can say this. I can say tawashtne, 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 tawashtne. Ne, and the ne here means me. Okay, and remember عرض in case you don't know how to read the Arabic script. But I really recommend you learn the Arabic script. It literally takes you 2 weeks to learn it and one month to read it. So tawashne, like you gave me a head. In English, you say like you did me a head in, something like that. Like you gave me a headache, or you're too noisy, or you speak a lot. Tawashtne. If you're speaking to a guy, if you're speaking to a girl, you have to say tawashtine, tawashtine, tawashtne, tawashtine, and tawashtune if you're speaking to a group of people. So tawashtne if you're speaking to a guy. Tawashtine if you're speaking to a girl and you're saying you're speaking too much or you give me a headache. Tawashtune. If the kids are shouting, I can say khalas, enough, tawashtune, like you gave me a headache because you're so noisy and so loud. And guess what? I just remembered the third meaning of the word عرض, which means offer. عرض, an offer. If somebody gives you an offer, عرض. Okay, so it has three meanings. It can mean an offer, it can mean a show or an exhibition, and it can mean the width or something, عرض. And the length is طول, طول, length. Okay, so let me write it. عرض and طول. And طوشتني in the masculine form, طوشتيني, طوشتوني. يعني you're giving me a headache, you gave me a headache because you're so noisy or you speak a lot. Now, the next one is a verb and it's in the passive form, and it's a very nice verb to know because it can be used in two different contexts, in the literal meaning and in the not in the literal meaning, like in a figurative way. So it's بيتكل. There's a sukun on the b and the kasra under the ye. بيتكل and the shadda on the te. بيتكل. بيتكل literally is a verb, by the way, and it means he is edible. But it's not he is edible. It's not an adjective. As if you are saying in Arabic something like he edible. Of course, it makes zero sense to you. But it means he is edible. بيتاكل, and it's a verb in Arabic. بيتاكل. In the feminine form, if you want to say it direct about a girl, like she is edible, you say بتتاكل. بتتاكل. She is edible. And if you want to say it directly to a guy, you use exactly the same way. You say بتتاكل. أنت بتتاكل. بتتاكل. You are edible. And if you want to say it to a person, again in the feminine form, to a girl, you can say أنت بتتاكلي. بتتاكلي. Now, when do I use this? When I want to say to someone or about someone that they are so cute. Usually we use it with a baby. You're like, oh, بيتاكل, like he is so cute, he is edible. Just like you use it in English. But also بيتاكل, we use it when we want to say something is edible, بيتاكل. If I want to ask you, is this edible? You can say, بيتاكل or بتتاكل. Okay. Speaking of this, I remembered something we were talking about in class today. We also were using بلا طعمة. بلا طعمة. بلا طعمة literally means without a taste or without a flavor. But when you use بلا طعمة, let me type it in the Roman alphabet as well. بلا طعمة. It means something that is tasteless, really, literally. When you're eating something that has no taste, you can say بلا طعمة. But also when something is not tasty as well, I can say بلا طعمة. For example, الأكل, the food, كتير بلا طعمة. الأكل كتير بلا طعمة. الأكل كتير بلا طعمة. The food is very without taste or without flavor, which means it's so not tasty. بلا طعمة. الأكل كتير بلا طعمة. Okay? Now also we use this not in the literal meaning. When we want to say something is pointless, I can say بلا طعمة, pointless. Okay? But also when somebody's saying nonsense or they're talking like, bullshit. Okay? You just say بلا طعمة, حكي بلا طعمة. حكي بلا طعمة. Hi Joseph. So حكي بلا طعمة, literally you're saying speaking or speech. حكي بلا طعمة, speaking or speech without taste or without flavor, it means nonsense. حكي بلا طعمة. Okay? Or if you are referring to something that's pointless or a behavior that's pointless, you can say بلا طعمة. Or الأكل كتير بلا طعمة, the food is very untasty, or literally you mean to say something that has no taste. Okay? بلا طعمة. شي ومنه. The next one is شي ومنه. It's really difficult to explain this. شي ومنه. But I can kind of explain it, but not in the literal meaning. شي means something, ومنه means literally from it. You don't mean to say something and from it. No. شي ومنه is an expression we use to usually when we are a little bit or very annoyed, and we want to say to someone, okay, but like you can do it or you could have done it, but within reason. Okay? For example, we were talking in class about, we were having a dialogue about a manager speaking to a guest in the hotel and saying the guest was complaining about the noise, and the manager said, yeah, but we told you in the email that it was going to be noisy because there were going to be parties. And then the guest said, yeah, بس شي ومنه. Usually we use it also بس with but بس شي ومنه, like yeah, but not that much. It can translate as yes, but not that much, or yes, but at least within reason, So شي ومنه. Another example would be if I told you, okay, you asked me, can I eat your chocolates? I said, yeah, فيك تاكلهم. You can eat them. And then I came and I saw that يعني you finished all the chocolate. خلصت كل الشوكولا. بقول لك ولو أنه ليه أكلتهم كلهم? Why did you eat all of them? And you say to me, but you told me to eat them. أنت قلتي لي. And then I can say to you, بس شي ومنه. Like, okay, but not all of it. Like, within reason, or like, not that much. شي ومنه. Memorize it. Okay? Yeah, the next one is خرج. It's also a short syllable word, one syllable, خرج, but you can pronounce it خرج. خرج. That's how we say it in Lebanon. خرج. خرج can mean suitable for. مثلا هيدي اللعبة, this toy, هيدي اللعبة مش خرج ولاد. Let me write it here. هيدي اللعبة مش خرج ولاد. This toy is not suitable for kids. Okay? هيدي اللعبة مش خرج ولاد. So خرج can mean suitable. But if you want to use it like in a more colloquial way, I forgot the ب. هيدي اللعبة, let me write. مش خرج ولاد. My handwriting is a little bit crap. Anyways, so هيدي اللعبة مش خرج ولاد. But a lot of times I say to someone خرجك or خرجك. Now, خرجك or خرجك, if you're not saying it when you're a little bit annoyed or angry or sarcastic, you say it to say to someone something is suitable for you. For example, if I see a guy who is a good match with my friend, I can say هيدا الشاب خرجك. This guy is suitable for you. هيدا الشاب خرجك. Okay? هيدا الشاب الشاب, we will pronounce it because sheen is a sound letter. هيدا الشاب خرجيك. So, I'm going to tell you one more thing. Let me just write it. So, هيدا الشاب, with the liaison you will pronounce it هيدا الشاب خرجيك. This guy is suitable for you. But when I say to someone just خرجك or خرجيك, in a more annoyed way or sarcastic way or fun way, I don't like sarcasm, by the way, we would be saying to the person, you deserve it. I told you not to do it, but you did it, so you deserve it. Kind of like that. For example, if what am I gonna say? If I said to my friend, like, stop speaking to that guy, he's gonna break your heart. He's a bad guy. Stop doing it, you know? And she won't listen to me, and she would keep talking to him until really he breaks her heart, and she comes to me and she's crying. Okay, I'm not gonna say it, but let's say I'm gonna say it. I can say to her, خرجك, يعني you deserve it because you didn't listen to me and you did wrong, you know? Or maybe, I don't know, if I told my brother to wear the jacket 100 times and he didn't wear it and he came back home with a cold because he wasn't wearing his jacket, I can say to him, خرجك or خرجك. Yeah, and I don't like to use them in that way, but sometimes we use them in a fun way. I don't know, maybe you're making fun of me, okay? And suddenly you tripped. I can say to you خرجك because you were making fun of me. Okay, so use these nice things in a fun way rather than sarcasm. You're free to use it as sarcasm, but I don't like it. Okay, these are just the class notes that I wanted to share with you. Let me check if anyone has a question before I go. Anyone has a question, guys? Just 4 people are viewing, so let me know if you have questions before I go. And let me remind you that, again, I'm doing a 30-day challenge with my students and on Zoom. The next one is December 15, as I said. November 15 for 30 days. We study together every single day. We have 7 levels all the way from absolute beginners to advanced. And I now have 4 courses ready for you to do on your own if you need more flexibility. The absolute beginners, the general 1, and the general 2 courses. If you need more information, yalla, get in touch with me and I can explain to you things more. I'm gonna leave you now and I'm gonna get ready to sleep. Yalla, bye guys, بشوفكن.